Good evening everyone. Tonight I will present and explain to you a very interesting tarot card. It is the Baphomet or Satan tarot card. This card really says a lot, to the one who knows how to read from this type of symbol. Is this the terrible devil that is needed to frighten? Yes, in a way it is. In the picture we see an almost school-like depiction of the devil, with horns, hooves, and with a strange position of the hands, on which strange words are tattooed, thick and thin, and the position of the hands gives us an indication of what these strange words indicate. The torch represents awareness, and where awareness goes, our energy goes there, so let's focus our attention on the lowest earthly plane, and ignore the higher planes. Is this the instruction that will lead us to success? Wait a little longer for the answer. In the lower part of this tarot card we see a naked man and a woman in chains, who are looking at each other. They represent orientation towards the lowest passions, and we have clear indications of this in the fact that Baphomet sits on half of the cube. You can see only one side of the cube on which he sits, and the aforementioned man and woman are tied to that on every side. Why? Because they ignore higher plans and think that the earthly plan is all that exists. But Baphomet's position, the hand, is clearly pointing to that. What can we do with it? If we look at Baphomet's forehead, we will see an inverted 5-pointed star, which tells us that Baphomet is evil in itself, evil in action. So if we want to get rid of Baphomet from our life, let's reverse his message and act on it. So let's condense the energy on the astral and mental plane and thin it out on the physical. How can we do that? The way to create the circumstances we want on the physical plane is the way to ignore what are called the facts of physical world. So we will ignore the physical reality and strengthen the astral, so that we will devote more time to visualization and changing mental attitudes. But how can we ignore the facts of the physical world? For a start, we could not tell anyone about our plans, to avoid negative people, and to pay attention to our inner speech during the day. That our inner speech to ourselves is one of the best indicators of whether we deny on a conscious level what we are looking for in the visualization. Then, as we gain confidence in this process, we will see that our experiences are from the plane of the physical world. It is only a reflection of our mental attitudes and beliefs, and this insight will make it much easier for us to ignore the circumstances of the physical world in the future. Whoever masters this skill will not only banish Baphomet from his life forever, but will also achieve everything he decides to pay his true attention. This is hard to train. Ignore the physical world and trust your imagination. Yes, it's hard, but the reward is greater than the effort. Don't let that Baphomet keep you in chains. At least you who are watching this know that the side of the cube to which a man and a woman are tied is not all that exists, but only a small part of the great reality, and Baphomet wants us to think that there is nothing but the physical world, which is not ambiguous. They show the words tattooed on his hands. So this great arcanum calls us to action and tells us to throw off the chains of the physical world. Pay attention to your feelings, thoughts and attitudes, so they will see how the outside world changes with them. Stay forever in Baphomet's chains or not, it depends on you, only you and no one else. See you soon in the next video. Greeting. Good evening.